Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Chaz, and today I'm going to be talking about my new series that I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days called 24 to 64. And this is going to be a transition guide for all the console players from 24 players to 64 players. And trust me, it's going to be a big change. All your tactics, everything that you've been doing since Battlefield 3 is changing. What you're seeing in the background right now is actually me playing a little bit of Team Deathmatch. And I've actually lately I've been trying to step things back a little bit. And this is kind of what the first thing I want to talk about is in my mindset, my strategy when coming into the next game is slowing things down. Yeah, unfortunately, when we play for console, we didn't really have to worry about anything when we rushed in. Well, we could almost play like Call of Duty-esque, where you just rush in, you kill two guys, you can arm the bomb, run away if you're playing Rush, or if you could take a conquest, spot alone almost, because if the whole team spawned at Alpha and you're a Delta, I mean, there's only 12 people per team. It's if anything, you're gonna run into one or two people max, and if you can take care of that, it's no problem. Well, in the next game, it's going to be so much of a challenge because we've been watching people all of this time, like Level Cap, Axe Factor, Matimio, and we haven't really gotten the taste of what is to come. And a lot of people don't know what they're going to be doing, so they're going to just have that same mindset, and their KD and their score per minute and everything's just going to go down because it's not the same game anymore. It's a different game, really, it is. And so the first thing you really want to do is slow down. Just slow down your gameplay. Right here, I'm making sure I'm not rushing in the middle of the map. I'm not rushing everywhere. I'm going through the bottoms of the map. I'm playing to my gun's strengths. And I know I'll get the kills eventually. I'm moving through the bottoms. I don't need to rush through the middle. I don't need to do that, running gun tactic. Let the players come to you so you can take advantage of that fact. And you're going to need to do that in the next game, because if not, you're the easy picking that all the 32 other players on the other team are going to be able to get. Next, rely on your team. In this game, you can do a lot of things, like I said, by yourself. Is taking the income by yourself and guarding it and taking out the two guys by yourself. And you can't do that in the next game. You got to essentially think that every man is about 5 guys, because 4 guys can spawn on that one man. So if one's flanking, he can have his whole team spawn on him and have 5 guys on the enemy flank. So if 2 guys are flanking, you don't know if there's part of the same squad. Now you have 10 guys. I don't care how good you are. 1 versus 10, you're probably gonna lose. So you want to make sure you're relying on your team. Make sure you have the firepower, the manpower, because this game is all about teamwork. And we've kind of lost sight of that when playing on the Xbox. So make sure you're relying on your team. If you're a tank driver, X Factor said it a million times. If you're a tank driver, don't push ahead of your infantry. Rely on your team. Make sure that they're taking out all the smaller infantry that could sneak up behind you with C4, or only 3 people or 4 people with an RPG to take you out instantaneously. And there will be those people with 64-man servers. One player isn't that big of a deal anymore. I've said it in the last video on how much you matter right now on the Xbox 360, but on the Xbox One, when you transition, or if you're playing on the PlayStation 4, you make a difference, but you're not going to be able to win it for the whole team. You need everyone else, and that's kind of the beauty of it, knowing that no matter how well you're doing, no matter what you're doing, you got to help your team. You got to help push them through, because if not, yeah, you might again have a ridiculous KD ratio and your score per minute might be through the roof, but you're not going to be winning those games. You're not going to really truly be enjoying Battlefield for what it is. So make sure you're relying on your teammates, because without them, you're not going to be going anywhere. Next, learn to use the vehicles. Vehicles aren't that big of a problem really for us right now, because I mean, you see it all the time, really. When you were playing Battlefield 3, you're playing Battlefield 4, you see it all the time. The tank's just sitting at spawn because you know that it's not that big of a breaker for us right now. You know, like unless you're in Rush, where the tank can be a little bit OP because there's only 12 people trying to take out this one tank that's obliterating everybody. For the most part, everybody's leaving all the vehicles behind. And you want to learn how to use all the vehicles because as of right now, we haven't had too much of an importance for them. Like, for instance, the jets. The jets weren't really important at all. There wasn't really air superiority in this game so far on console because, yeah, oh, by the way, this guy just got torched in that house, which was hilarious for me. But the jet had no purpose. Yeah, if you got your helicopter kill in Conquest, you know, yay. Or if you're on Rush and you're in the air and you're taking out all the air targets and sometimes the ground targets, yeah, you could be a little bit of a help. But for the most part, you weigh so heavily as a soldier on the ground, being able to disarm MCOMs and stuff like that, it wasn't pertinent for you to be even in the jet in the first place. So it's not, you really need to learn how to use all the vehicles for next round because of the fact that they weigh so heavy. Because, I mean, the vehicles play a big part in this game, especially on 64-man servers. You need to learn all the vehicles. Well, this was just kind of a break into what we're going to be talking about in the future. I'm going to be honing in specifically on every subject that I talked about today, plus more. So make sure you're sticking around, looking for all the videos. I'm going to be posting every day, along with some, fun gameplay and stuff like that here and there. So make sure you check out all the videos. I'm Chaz. I'm going to be playing with my friend Goose, as well as a couple other players. If you want to join us, we're really looking for some good console players. So make sure to inbox me at the Italian. You see it on the screen right now. Just inbox me. But thanks again, guys, and as always, stay classy. Yeah.